What is good, everybody? It is your boy PatTheDesigner back at it again for another video. I am live on YouTube right now. Listen, we gotta talk about Otto Porter Jr. I need Bulls fans to join me for a minute. Excuse me in the beginning here. I'm gonna be setting up the live so that everybody can see it, so that we can get people to join in here. But I'm going to need Muggs to join me for a minute so that we can all take this chill pill together. Otto Porter Jr. What? What word was that you were going for, Pat? Otto Porter Jr. debuted against the Chicago Bulls, or for the Chicago Bulls last night against the Brooklyn Nets. It was actually an entertaining game. I enjoyed watching the game. I enjoyed watching the Chicago Bulls for once. It was very strange. Something I haven't felt much this season, probably since the beginning of the year. One thing that I took away from watching Otto Porter join the Bulls did win the game, in case you didn't see it. But one thing I took away was that it might be tough to keep being so bad for the rest of the season. Not to say that we aren't going to be worse than most of the teams, but it's going to be tough to lose a lot more games now because Otto Porter Jr. does such a great job of helping that space for the Bulls, does such a great job of spacing things out for Lowry coming through the lane, Zach coming through the lane. Those are things that you like to see from your team, but this is not the season to see it. And I need to talk to my fellow Bulls fans for a second. We need to relax on a couple of fronts. We all need to relax on a couple of fronts here. First front we need to relax on is all the people that say we should have never traded Bobby Portis. We should have paid him his money. First off, they offered Bobby a contract. The Bulls wanted to keep Bobby. They offered Bobby a contract. Bobby did not want said contract. His right. It's his right. But there's no way you can pay Bobby Portis the kind of money he was looking for. If he didn't want the $50 million that the Bulls offered him, I'm not paying you more than that. I refuse. That's too much money for a guy who the Bulls have consistently found in the draft. They've consistently found this guy. Have they ever had an issue finding Bobby Portis, Taj Gibson's, Joakim Noah's, guys of that ilk, the role player guy, the glue guy? So you don't pay that guy. And by trading him, you also were able to offload Jabari's money. Now, yes, you are paying Otto Porter Jr. a lot of money. But he's a player who helps this team. He's a player who can be a big part. You see what he can do last night. He had a great game. No doubt about it. He had probably one of the better games we're going to see him have. This is probably what he's going to be consistently. But I can't overpay for Bobby Portis. So not to say that I'm glad he's gone. I think Bobby was a good help to the team. I think Bobby was a good part of the team. I think that he could have been a glue guy for a winning team, but the Bulls are not in position to be that yet. Now on the flip side, everybody needs to calm down with all the Otto Porter Jr. love. Yes, he had a good game. What was it, 7 for 8? 18 points? He was good defensively. He does a lot of good things. But you got to calm down, guys. You got to calm down. We can't all of a sudden say, oh, we got a good team. Do you see how these guys are cohesive together? You see how they're moving together? You guys got to understand, the Brooklyn Nets are a decent team, but they're not a team that we should be basing whether we should tank off of. It's not like we went out and we dominated the Golden State Warriors last night. And even if we did, that should not change the plan. The Bulls need a star. Maybe they have it already. But I want to see Zion Williamson in the building, or R.J. Barrett, or Ja Morant. I want to see one of those three in the building. So to everybody who's talking about the Bulls shouldn't be tanking, we shouldn't be, no. Let's not change what they should do. They should do exactly what they're doing. They should do exactly what they're doing. How did y'all feel about Otto Porter Jr. last night? How did y'all feel that he played for the Bulls? I think he was good. I like what I see. But I would like him a lot more on a winning team, on a better team, on a more consistent team. But I think he's good. I think he fits with what we want to do. I've been telling you guys the whole time. He's going to be a good player. Is he overpaid? Yes, 100%. 100%. But he's going to be a good player. He's going to be a guy that is going to help the Chicago Bulls when it's all said and done. But that does not mean you overpay for him. I'm sorry, that does not mean that we stop the tank. I'm thinking of Bobby Portis. That does not mean you stop the tank. You still have a goal here. There's 20 games left. There's a lot of games left in this season where you can mess this thing up. And I know it's hard to look at a losing team. I know that. Trust me. I hate it. But we got to wait at least this season, because I think this is the season where we can get that star that we're looking for, right? We can get that guy that we think is going to be the game changer. There are a lot of things that can go into this season that can make this season great, but I want it to be the development of these young guys. I don't want it to be that we came out and we won 15, 20 games and we miss out on another star. Oh, the Bulls ended the season on fire. Yeah, but they're drafting 15th. What does that do for us? What does that do for us? Everybody needs to, and I hate to say it on a Chicago show, in the words of Aaron Rodgers, RELAX. Everybody need to relax on all fronts. Let's just all relax. Okay? All right? Everybody can do that for me? Otto Porter Jr. is going to be a good part of this team. He's going to be somebody we can rely on in the future. But we all need to relax. That does not change the plan for the season. That does not change what we want to see these Chicago Bulls do. And it's going to be interesting tonight, because I know tonight's the night that everybody's going to lose their minds, because Bobby Portis is coming home right after the trade. Everybody's going to lose their minds, especially seeing it if he comes out and he has a big game. Everybody's going to lose their minds if he comes out and he has a big game tonight. But you cannot lose focus. This is not time for that. This is not the time to lose focus. The Chicago Bulls may have a good team. This may be the pieces that we have moving forward. Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn played better with him in there. Chris Dunn played excellent, in my opinion, with him in there. But he can be better. Zach LaVine was better. Larry Markkinen was better. Everybody moved better because he's a guy that moves the ball, that opens the floor, that spaces things out for you. That's what you want to see. But we all need to relax. He is not a superstar. Let's not get this twisted. He is a good shooter, an excellent shooter, one of the best in the NBA. But he is not a superstar. He does not make this team superstar caliber. We need to continue the path. Everybody, if we can just get through this season, we need to continue the path, right? The goal is Zion Williamson. Now, if you end up with R.J. Barrett, and now imagine this. Because I heard a few people saying, well, if you get Zion, he's going to play the 3. And you just drafted a small forward. What are you going to do with these guys? Listen. There's nothing wrong with stockpiling talent. You know what the Boston Celtics' biggest problem is? They got too much talent. They don't know where to put all these people. They got to trade guys away because they have too much talent. That's a good problem to have. If Chandler Hutchison does turn into the next Scottie Pippen, Otto Porter Jr. won't be a problem. You move him to the bench, or you trade him, or you figure it out. But the plan cannot change. You have to continue with what you were trying to do. Your goal was to get a draft pick at this point because your team is not good enough to compete with the big names in the East. You cannot compete with Philly, with the Celtics, with Toronto, with Milwaukee. You can't compete with these guys right now. And this lineup, this game that we just saw, does not change that. Now, do I want to see the Bulls be successful? Yeah. I want to see the young guys develop. But what would have been the ultimate thing to see from last night's game? You see the young guys develop. You see the Bulls compete, play hard, but they still come away with a loss. And I know everybody's like, well, you're a fake fan if you can say that. No, I'm not. I love the Chicago Bulls. In all honesty, I would love to see the Chicago Bears win a Super Bowl. I'd love to see the White Sox win another World Series. But seeing the Bulls win championships, there's nothing more fun than that. There is nothing more fun in this world than watching the Chicago Bulls win championships. I'm sorry. There's nothing more fun in this world than watching the Chicago Bulls win championships, and that's what I want to see. That is what I want to see. And so while this season or the next coming seasons might be fun, the goal does not change. You have to go get Zion Williamson. You have to go get Zion Williamson. Now, everybody's going to lose their mind tonight because we definitely got some competition coming through. Jabari's going to try and show out tonight. Bobby Portis is going to try and show out tonight. That's okay. They might dub up the Bulls. That's okay. Everybody take a chill pill. This team has talent. I've been saying it all season. You can go back and watch the other videos. This team has talent. But do they got the leadership to lead them in the direction they need to go? And do they have the star power to get them to the mountaintop? I like Otto Porter. I just think he's overpaid. But I want him to be a part of this team. Our time is coming, Chicago. Even with those two clowns we got running the show, talent wins out. So we got to get that top-tier talent. Now, if your issue is, well, I don't trust Garpax to pick Zion Williamson at number 1. I don't trust them to make the right choice. Listen, that could be true. I'm on board with you with that. But we've seen these guys have good drafts. We always want to criticize them on drafting the right guy, but we've seen them have good drafts. Give them credit for that. They did pick Wendell Carter Jr. They did pick Lauri Markkanen. Now, if they failed in drafts, of course. I'm not. We don't forget about Doug McDermott. We don't forget about those drafts. But these guys have had pretty good drafts their whole career. So let's not lose sight of the goal. The goal is still to get the draft pick. That win last night gave Bulls fans hope. And I don't want to see that dashed away because the Bulls go on a 5-game winning streak. A 5-game winning streak knocks you out of the top 3. 100%. 100%. 5-game winning streak knocks you out of the top 3. And so let's not forget the goal. The goal is to be great, not just good enough. We've dealt with good enough Bulls teams. We've watched them since Jordan left, right? We've watched the good enough Bulls team since Jordan left. Let's make a great Bulls team. Let's make a great Bulls team. You know what I'm saying? So let's all just take a chill pill, relax real quick, enjoy watching what these guys can do this season. There's some talent on this team. It's going to be fun to watch the rest of the season. But at the end of the day, we still need these guys to keep the wins to a minimum so that we can get Zion Williamson or R.J. Barrett or Ja Morant. Listen, I'm fine with all 3 of those guys. And if you do get Ja Morant or R.J. Barrett, listen, that means you got the point guard position covered for the most part. Well, you never know what guys are going to be, but you got that point guard position covered. If you got Chris Dunn coming off the bench, so be it. Not a bad guy to have coming off your bench. And that means your starting lineup, you're rolling out with R.J. Barrett or Ja Morant, Zach LaVine, Otto Porter Jr., Larry Markin, and Wendell Carter Jr. That is not a bad starting 5 with a bench that goes pretty deep. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see guys that are mediocre just this season. We need a star, Chicago. We need another star. We need a little Lady Luck to look down on us. We need a star. I'm going to get up out of here. Just wanted to check in with everybody. I saw a lot of reaction last night to a lot of people just losing their minds. If you're in here now, give the video a like. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the commitment. To everybody who's watching the videos, who's liking the videos, thank you very much. Ringo's going to be back in here. We'll probably end up shooting a podcast tomorrow, so be sure to check that out. If you're in here now, please subscribe to the video or to the channel so that we can get that you can get that notification when when Windy City the Breeze goes live. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate everybody out there. It's your boy Pat the Designer. I'm going to get up out of here. Peace.